How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 32 Chapter 3. This is Season 32 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 3. In this episode, we will be contrasting the ideology of progressivism with what I will call the ideology of recidivism. With this episode, I would like to start by contrasting two paradigmatic belief systems comprising two opposing camps within the political sphere at large. I do this not because I wish to discuss politics, but because politics is an incidental side effect of this dialectical association. When we discussed dissonant consensualities, we discussed how negating a previously affirmatory impulse can produce such a dissonant space. Contrast this with the doctrine of precedent, by which each affirmatory movement becomes a precedent for further progression. On the one hand, dissonant consensualities represent the fragmentation of the conjoined consensuality of the group. On the other hand, conjoined consensualities represent the imposition of a social directive, the compulsive attribution of identity. However, each paradigm represents more than that. For each affirmatory impulse in a conjoined space is a negating impulse in a dissonant space. The recidivism paradigm is essentially the progressivism paradigm flipped. Now, what does this mean in practice? First of all, the recidivism paradigm is historical, static, conservative. The progressivism paradigm is present, changing, liberal. This dialectic governs a wide range of behaviors and choices. But more importantly, what creates a dissonant space within progressivist territory merely reflects the conjoined consensuality of the masses in recidivist territory. However, the fundamental difference between the two paradigms amounts to a dialectical orientation to specified objects, which ultimately reflects a distinct network of connection or gateway between system members. This network of objects is the web of associations of each paradigmatic group. Each network creates convergence between their thought streams, beginning with some common association or object and transitioning into new objects dialectically to the opposing paradigm. For each paradigm, they are the in-group and the alternate paradigm is the out-group. The same principles described in relation to closed social systems apply to them. That is, they will divert unwanted object orientations into the out-group through impulse redirection, with social reinforcement anchoring the appropriated impulses. The creation of these two paradigms, these in-groups and out-groups, owes its source to the presence of othering behavior within families, schools and other institutions. A system based upon dualism requires some dialectical opposite to oppose, and thus creates one in one's absence. The aligning of othered individuals to a common paradigmatic stance owes its natural progression to expulsion of members and othering techniques as well as impulse redirection and archetypal convergence. Suffice it to say, so long as othering continues within the system, we will have dialectical paradigms separating in groups and out groups. We will have struggle, conflict and war. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.